My fellow Nigerians, this is the first of my speeches on the different policies I will be adopting come 2027 if elected to foster unity and nationalism in the heart of all Nigerians. These speeches are going to cover a number of weeks as I cover different sectors of our beloved country ranging from security, to commerce, to the economy, to infrastructure, power, sports, foreign affairs, etc. No nation can have patriotic citizens as long as they do not believe that the state is there to protect them from all enemies foreign and within, so security is going to be my main focus for the coming weeks. But before I dwell on the policies to address our daunting internal security issues, this speech will concentrate on security and criminal relations between Nigeria and foreign nations and securing the lives of Nigerians in diaspora. I have spoken about reclaiming our respect on the global stage, and now I must address a grave injustice that has gone on for far too long, the unfair extradition of our citizens to foreign lands while those same nations refuse to reciprocate. Under my leadership as your president, Nigeria will no longer be the world's doormat. If a country does not extradite its own citizens to Nigeria, then that country will no longer have the privilege of extraditing Nigerians from our soil. One way justice must end. Let me be clear, Nigeria has always cooperated with international requests. When foreign nations demand the extradition of a Nigerian, our courts and government have often complied. But when have you ever heard of America, Britain, or any European country extraditing their own citizen to Nigeria? The answer is never. Case in point, how many foreign oil executives accused of corruption in Nigeria have been sent back to face trial? How many foreign fraudsters who steal from our people are ever brought to justice here? Yet, when they want a Nigerian, they demand immediate action, and too often, our government obeys without question. This is not justice. This is colonial-era subservience, and it ends under my watch. My first new policy will be reciprocity in extradition. From the day I take office, my government will enforce a strict principle of reciprocity. If you do not extradite your citizens to Nigeria, we will not extradite ours to you. If you want our cooperation, you must respect our laws and our sovereignty. No more will Nigerians be shipped off to foreign jails while those nations shield their own criminals from our courts. We will renegotiate every extradition treaty to ensure fairness. And if any country refuses to cooperate, they will find that Nigeria is no longer a pushover. My second policy will be Nigeria's withdrawing from the Rome Statute, no more ICC targeting of Africans. Another injustice we must confront is the International Criminal Court, the ICC. Nigeria is a signatory to the Rome Statute, yet the world's most powerful nations, the US, China, Russia, India, and others, refuse to submit to it. Why? Because they know it is a tool used not for global justice, but for selective punishment. Look at the facts, nearly all ICC cases have targeted African leaders. That's true. 77% of their cases are African defendants and all ICC convictions, 10 in total, have been against Africans. That means 100% of their convictions are Africans. Where is the ICC when Western nations bomb innocent civilians? Where is the ICC when our people are abused abroad? The truth is clear, the ICC is not a court of justice, it is a court of the powerful against the weak. Therefore, under my leadership, Nigeria will formally withdraw from the Rome Statute. We will not allow our sovereignty to be undermined by a system that does not hold all nations to the same standard. If justice is to be served, let it be served equally or not at all. My third policy in this regard is defending Nigerians abroad. No more scapegoating our citizens. My administration will take a strong, proactive stance in protecting every Nigerian facing legal troubles abroad. Too often, our citizens are scapegoated, framed, or denied fair treatment in foreign courts. From the young student wrongfully accused, to the businessman trapped in a foreign legal system, to the professionals discriminated against under the guise of immigration rules. The United States, Russia, China and other world powers go extra miles to secure the lives of their citizens abroad no matter the crimes they have committed in foreign countries. A good example of this is the May 2024 failed coup in the DRC for which 3 American citizens were apprehended, convicted and sentenced to death. That is the highest form of crime a foreigner can be convicted of in a foreign land. However, pressure from the American State Department led to their death sentence commuted to life in prison, and they were eventually repatriated back to America to continue their sentence this year. Contrast this with the Nigeria's non-interest in the fate of Nigerians being prosecuted for so many things abroad and to xenophobic attacks targeting Nigerians in some fellow African countries. Enough is enough. Under my government, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will have a special legal defense unit to monitor and intervene in cases where Nigerians are mistreated abroad. We will demand fair trials and due process for our citizens in foreign lands. Any nation that targets Nigerians unjustly will face severe diplomatic, economic consequences and will also find Nigeria inhospitable to their citizens during my tenure. It is important to note that this is not a free ticket for Nigerians at home or in diaspora to commit crimes. It will be made clear to every Nigerian holding the green passport abroad that they are first and foremost ambassadors of the country, and any misbehavior from them will tarnish the image of the country. Therefore, any Nigerian abroad found guilty of any major crime and deported back will face strict legal consequences, starting with the withdrawal of their passports and their being banned from being issued a government passport for 10 to 20 years depending on the severity of their case. Also, prison time as extra punishment will also be considered. Also, any Nigerian in which a foreign government brings evidence of their defrauding or committing any crimes against citizens of that government will be arrested and made to feel the full wrath of the Nigerian justice system. With these policies, we can usher in a new era of Nigerian dignity. My fellow Nigerians, the time for blind obedience to unfair systems is over. The time for standing firm, demanding respect, and protecting our own is now. Together, we will build a nation that fights for its own, defends its own, and stands tall in the world. My next speech will center on internal security and the policies and strategies I will employ to safeguard our citizens. Follow my channel and click the notification to keep in touch with my campaign. Let's make Nigeria great again. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.